Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but we'll get to that in a second. First, the disclaimers and the trigger warnings. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, pertinent links are going to be right there in the description box. We have Autistic massive archive on the subject. We have Neuroclastics article, the very one where they interviewed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center's so-called behavior modification program. Now, this got under the JRC's skin, in particular because of the manner of the survey that is being displayed in this article completely takes away their ability to appeal to authority, because you have people who are also within the field calling them out. So, they in turn threatened Neuroclastic with a defamation lawsuit. They didn't remove it from the website. Very obviously, Neuroclastic did not. Please read the article and share it, folks. We do also have Neuroclastic's GoFundMe linked up in there as well, in case the JRC ever does see through with their threat. Because unlike them, us advocates out here are not made of money, and we don't have weird, shady connections to unlimited streams of money. Alright, folks, trigger warning. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please make sure to go ahead and utilize the headphones. Also, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We do use profanity and speak on dark subjects. If your child's 16 and younger and they are watching this, parental supervision is very much advised. Now we're going into the new paragraph, and prepare yourself for the stupid, the lies, the word salad, and the absolutely mind-numbing run-on sentences. Because apparently nobody knows how to seek for an editor or a proofreader anymore. Alright, although the FDA is unquestionably aware of these proceedings, the proposed ban fails to even acknowledge the judiciary's role in protecting and enhancing the health and safety of the patients who are candidates for the ESD treatment. What part of these judges have never gone to medical school? They do not have degrees in neurology, psychiatry, or psychology. They don't have as much as a counselor's certificate. They went to law school. So anything in regards about, but they're overseeing the health and safety of the patients in regards to a subject and a field that they do not have the first clue about is insane. Insane. Okay? Now let's put this in stark relief here, shall we? Am I going to trust a judge in regards to health and safety, in regards to Medicare? In regards to medical care and safety and health in regards to different treatment programs out there? Or am I going to trust organizations such as ARC, NOVA, Easter Seals, provider agencies who've been providing services for people of various disabilities for decades on end that actually do specialize in this field, along with the neurologists, psychologists, and psychiatrists who stepped forward to confirm what was being testified to from ER doctors, and their own expertise in regards of whether this device can be considered safe or not. Like, why are we even having this conversation? Who thought that this was a compelling argument here? Am I going to trust the folks who actually work inside this field, including doctors, direct care staff, community integrators, case managers, multiple doctorates of folks who work in social work that deal specifically with people like myself? Am I going to trust them when they tell me that this device is completely unsafe? Am I going to trust some people like my mother who've worked at ERs for over 40 years, and the doctors that work in those ERs that I got to know real well as a kid? Or am I going to trust a judge when it has to do to the health and safety of that device? How is this even an argument? And how would anybody possibly take that argument seriously? Because I'm going to be honest with you. If a doctor who works in ER, who had one of these students wheeled in, and they had to attend to second and third degree burns among other injuries, documenting the injuries that were found, taking photo evidence of it as well, am I going to trust what they say in regards to what they can obviously see as injuries already caused by the device, or a judge that has never set a singular foot inside a medical school before? Because I'm sorry, I'm not just on the FDA side here. I'm wondering what in the name of God is wrong with you that you thought that that was a legitimate argument. Like you don't acknowledge the judiciary's role. Because the judiciary shouldn't have a goddamn role in regards to the health and safety of those patients. Because they're not doctors. How is this controversial? How is this supposed to be unfair here? Trust the experts that I've worked alongside for damn near 20 years, with doctorates, with master degrees, with very specific, detailed credentials that make them an expert in a particular niche of the field where they are the authority? Or am I going to trust a judge on what they have to say in regards to the safety and benefits of that device? My God, we really do live in idiocracy. How is that even a coherent argument? How could you even type out such a thing without just, cringing to the point of literal death? Were you high when you wrote this? Did you actually proofread it and send it forward and say, yes, that looks good, that will convince them? Oh my God, and people wonder how this country is fucked as it is. Exhibit A. Let me continue. We'll finish the rest of this paragraph here. The FDA must explain why the probate court's individualized findings are inadequate to ensure that the patients are truly refractory and the ESDs are a safe and effective last resort treatment. A. You do not use it as a last resort treatment. Repeating it over and over again multiple times over the last 4 decades does not make it so. Contrary to popular belief, there is no such thing as your truth. There's only the truth. Let's start there. We all know for a fact that you use that device if literally a kid stands up for longer than 3 seconds without being given vocal permission, even though they're not doing anything, and it could be literally somebody standing up to pry their underwear from their crack. Okay? And they'll get shocked for it. Spare me the last resort crap. Alright? Number 1. Number 2. FDA must explain why the probate court's individualized findings are inadequate because you fucking spoon-fed them those rulings. Do we need to go into that again? They're going off of your experts, JRC. There is no objective party that is there on the behalf of the child that has no ties to the JRC that could adequately advocate for their side and their side alone. Judges are not doctors. Can we at least admit that? Why is the probate court's rulings irrelevant? Because they're not doctors, JRC. And the only reason why you can continue to get that preferential treatment is because you got them over the barrel with that 1987 consent decree. If that decree had been turned over like it should have a long goddamn time ago, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, because you would have been shut down decades ago. And we all know it. It is not safe if it causes 2nd and 3rd degree burns. It is not safe if where the electrodes are put on their bodies after years and years of use begin to lose feeling in those areas on their body. It is not safe if you force a kid down, face down on a 4-point board with a noise-canceling helmet over their heads, strap them down, and then shock them for over 7 hours to the point that it makes them literally go into a catatonic coma that they remained in for 2 months. That is how we know that they are not safe or effective. Am I missing something here? Judges go to law school, not medical school. So why would the FDA give any weight in regards to their individualized rulings when it has to do with the GED device? They're not. They are not experts in this field, which means their rulings are completely irrelevant to the subject at hand. Next, you're going to try and tell me that the treatment during the Salem witch trials was safe and effective. Seriously. Massachusetts, you of all places should know what is very wrong here. And I'm going to need one of you, at least one of you, to finally find your balls and start fighting back, because this is insanity. They can't even adequately defend themselves. Every argument that they make makes no coherent sense. We're going to go ahead and close on that one, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few we do get tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to utilize the comments. I do appreciate your time. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea absolutely do hope you have a good one. I gotta go check my laundry and get it in the dryer, folks. I'll see you all in a minute. Bye, everyone.